Yo, yo, we have zero amount of people in here. Let's go. Probably not a good song. Oh my God, we have one person on here. I was just about to get off. Good morning, good morning. Doing a little juicing this morning and decided to go live just so I can connect with the community. I just juiced some watermelon juice and now I'm gonna juice some ginger, pineapple, lime, beet juice. How you doing out there? Where you from? Hello, hello. We got 14 people here. We're growing. I like cats. How you doing? Love your recipe, man, and definitely want to try them someday. Well, thank you, and good morning to you. Good morning to all of you. Just doing a little juicing this morning. I wanted to jump on here and say, what's up? Right now, I'm about to juice a little ginger so I could do a ginger shot. I love to kick my morning off with a ginger shot, and lately I've been drinking beet juice. I've been trying to juice every 2 days, maybe 3 days, so I can have fresh juice throughout those days. We got Brooklyn in the house. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. So, yep. Where is everyone from? I'm sorry. Let me know if you guys can hear me too. This is my first time using the mic on a live. I don't typically go live. I think I only went live maybe twice this year, which I think is something I need to improve on. But what I'm going to do now is this is a right here. It's a stainless steel two-step juicer. It requires a little bit more work, and cleanup is a little bit more work than some juicers, but this thing is something that I hope that I will have for a long time. It's stainless steel. Um, this side grinds up, like the beets and the celeries and the ginger, and then you press it on this side. So 5,000 pounds of pressure that presses all the juice out of the fruits and vegetables. Watermelon juice before I jump on here. And so I'm going to finish these up with pineapple, beet juice, lemon orange juice. But first, I'm going to do my ginger. So this is there. Thank you, Journey Soul. Sounds not good. Okay. So let me see. Sounds working now. Okay. Mic is covered. Let me see. Mic is upside down. Let's put it here now. All right, is that better? I have a juicer as well. Good morning, coming from SoCal. What part of SoCal? I'm out here in SoCal too. Sorry if the juicer's a little noisy. I really can't control that, but yes, sir. Better. Thank you, Journey Soul. Where you from? Think I should use that? Oh, to press it, yeah. I almost forgot to add my pressing bag, which makes it a lot easier. There we go. Peace, King. Peace back to you. We got Brooklyn in the house. Riverside, Denise, you're very close to me. So I know you're probably experiencing a lot of the smoke from the line fire. Woke up this morning, I couldn't smell the fire as much as I did yesterday. But before I went to bed, the sky was, you know, pretty gloomy. You couldn't even see the sun. I even seen ash on, some of the tables outside. We got Detroit in the house. I'm originally from the Midwest, Chicago area, so much love to you. Much love from California. Detroit is in the house, but yes, these fires out here in SoCal are raging, and I'm hoping that they kind of calm down in the next day or two. The weather's supposed to cool down. It was really hot last weekend. I actually wasn't even here. I was in Maine, Portland, Maine. I did a cooking class out in Portland, and then also we did a little foraging, mushrooms, which I have no experience in, but I was finally in an area where I could actually look for mushrooms. 4 hours from you, yeah, 4 hours is not bad. Originally from Texas, but we moved to Alaska. How do you like Alaska? That's a big change from Texas to Alaska. How you liking it? All right, so normally I'll get my fruits and vegetables from the farmer's market. I currently live in a very, very small area in the high desert. I moved from San Diego to here almost 10 months ago. And so we got one local farmer's market that I go to, and that's where I get my ginger from and my watermelons and fruits. But this week we couldn't make it because I was in Maine, so I had to settle for these really small gingers that I found at the local store. But anybody listening out there, if you are looking for the best fruits and vegetables, I always recommend to check your local farmer's market. They tend to always have the best. Yes, I was out in Maine, Portland, Maine. There was a mycology, it's called mycology outside, so it was education on growing mushrooms at home. I did a cooking class I made a red curry, mushroom that I put on top of some sticky coconut rice. It was incredible. Like they cleaned the pan. Like I didn't even get a chance to even try what I made. My partner tried it and said it. She gave me the okay, but beyond that, I didn't even get a chance to try my own food. But that brings me joy, that so many people enjoyed it. So that's not a lot of ginger, so I'm probably gonna only get like one decent shot out of this, but it'll get me through today. Let's get some in a little cup. So what's up, man? I never go live, so if you got questions, like this is a good time. Or if you just want to say what's up, you want to share where you're from, you want to share, anything, this is a good time to do it. My brother grow wheatgrass in his basement. Your brother is legendary. Oh, that's legendary. Oh man, videos love from UK. Thank you, Zach. Sending you love back. All right, let's see how much ginger we can get out of this shot. I don't have high hopes. How do you grow lion's mane? Really good question. If you give me a second, I can show you a few ways. All right, we got the ginger coming out. So I'm actually gonna work on a video real soon showing levels of growing mushrooms at home. And so to me, I feel there's 3 levels, depending on where you at, or 3 ways of getting started. So this is my lion's mane spray and grow kit. So it has every single thing that you need to grow your first lion's mane at home in this box. So no need for a tent, no need for, anything else besides just providing love and care. So if you open the top of the box, there's a spray bottle in here. You basically cut out this guy right here, and then you will cut an X into a plastic bag, and then the inside you'll find substrate that already has been, inoculated with spores, with the lion's mane spores, and it has food in it already, so it just needs to be activated. And the way that you're gonna activate it is by cutting it open and cutting the X into the plastic. Then you'll just spray it every single day. In about 15, 16, 17, 18 days, you should be able to grow your first lion's mane. You can harvest it, flip the box around, make my lion's mane scrimps or whatever you want to make with it, clean the substrate, and then repeat the cycle, and there's a good chance you can get 2 or 3 flushes. This is how I learned the basics about growing mushrooms. Mushrooms need humidity, they need the right temperatures, and so because the substrate is inside a bag already, you don't need anything else. So I recommend this is a good place to start, and then from there, I'm actually setting up today, and I'll show you maybe tomorrow or 2 days. I'm gonna try to go live maybe every 2 to 3 days when I juice. So I'm setting it up today, but I have something called a monotube, which is really small. And it's a smaller version of this right here. So this is a boom room where you can grow multiple layers of mushrooms. As you can see, I have none in there now. I'm actually gonna clean it out. But this would be, more, if you are dedicated to lifestyle. And then this is what I'm gonna set up today. This is a monotube. Pay no attention to the beautiful mountains in the background. It's beautiful out here. But this is a smaller version of that boom room where if you have a small apartment, if you don't have a lot of space, you have a humidifier, you have something to control the humidifier with, and then you also have an exhaust, so it's able to breathe. But yeah, I recommend to start small with a spray and grow kit and see if you love doing it, and see if you understand, see if there's something that you really would enjoy to do. But really good question. You get me to talking about mushrooms, we're gonna be juicing all day long. Bro, take it out of the cardboard with the artificial dyes. See, this is the problem with social media. Like, everyone wants to judge you, and everybody wants to judge how you move. Hey man, if that's what you want to do for yourself, then do that for yourself. For me, this is how I move. I don't judge anybody else. And so that's the only rule I have on my lives, is just do you. No need to judge me, no need to put yourself up on the next person. Just do you. If that's what works for you, do what works for you.
And it's in plastic.
And it's in plastic. But anyway, yes, so you don't even understand the whole process before you said that. But anyway, let's go. Bro, settle down, Jay. Yeah, Jay, just calm down just a little bit, man. Just a little bit, man. No need to judge. It's dyed cardboard, but it doesn't actually touch the cardboard. It's inside of plastic inside of there. So that's the worst thing you could do, is just go around judging. I judge no one. I never make anyone feel like, hey, you need to live my lifestyle. You need to be vegan. You need to do this. Like, life is enough stress. Like, it's all about just being kind to each other. It's all about sharing, the tips and the things that you learned in life, and see, if that helps someone else. But I appreciate it. You're doing it. I appreciate it. I appreciate how much the juicer costs. This juicer is an investment. This thing is not cheap. This thing is definitely a big investment. I'm gonna take a shot of this ginger. So cheers to everybody on this live. We got 79 people here. I wish everyone has a blessed day. I wish everyone, carries good energy with them. Don't spend time judging other people or spending time, trying to control things you can't control. Control your own happiness, and I bet your day is a lot more better. So cheers to that. I'm gonna drink half of this. How many of you love ginger shots? They burn really nice, right? Someone want a kitchen tour? I might have to do a kitchen tour too. We actually have a really small kitchen. It's set up really nice. But yeah, I think one day I'll do a kitchen tour and share some of like my top kitchen appliances. Like, My number one appliance right now that I've recently fell in love with is a pressure cooker. Oh my God, I just bought one maybe 2, 3 months ago, and it is a game changer. Like I literally can make chickpeas from organic dry chickpeas. I can make a curry in less than an hour. When if you slow cook them or if you put them in a crock pot or if you cook them on the stove, you're looking at 5, 6, 7 hours. And so the pressure cooker is a game changer. Somebody just said it. Pressure cooker makes everything easier. Preach. I wish I knew this. And so I'm dropping the gems to everybody on here now. If you don't have a pressure cooker or you don't understand how they function, do a little research. It will make cooking so much easier, faster. Yesterday I made some a lentil like kind of soup. And another thing I recognize when you use a pressure cooker, it cooks the beans properly really fast, but they're not mushy and they're just, it's really incredible. Be careful though. Yes, be careful. Read the rules. I read something on there saying if you move the pressure cooker while it's on, it could explode. And so read the directions. Don't burn yourself. But it is a game changer. Cheers to everybody out there. This is my first thing I'm putting in my body. I got like another 15 minutes. But it's a blessing to be here with you all. Ooh. Ooh. Whew. Ooh. I'm speechless. This ginger hot. I'm like about to start sweating. Oh my God. Whew. You would think that's the first time I had a ginger shot. I gotta chase that with some watermelon juice. All right, so I was complaining about that ginger being really small, but it's hot. It's a hot one. Journey Soul, you need one? No chaser. No chase? You legendary if you could do that one with no chase. Like I drink ginger a lot. That thing is vicious. Woo! All right. Now I'm about to move on to juicing some beets. So I experienced migraines seasonal, and I think they were diagnosed as like cluster fever, and they really don't understand why, you get these migraines, and they typically come with the seasons. Before I went plant-based, like I struggled with these migraines my entire life, multiple times throughout the year. It kind of made it hard for me to even function sometime and do things. And so this season, pretty rare, like I'm actually getting migraines again. And it could be like my move to the desert. It could be, some changes I've done. But to counteract the migraines, I've been drinking a lot of beet juice. Beet juice is good to help, your oxygen, flow more through your body, and it tends to help with the migraines. But yeah. Denise, thank you. The scenery's gorgeous. I want to show you like the real scene. I'll show you at the end, but thank you. What kind of pressure cooker do you have? It's Instapot. It's called the Instapot Pro. There you go. Little Instapot Pro. Yeah, that thing is incredible. But I seen some, it was pretty inexpensive too. I think it was under $100. But I seen some at Walmart that looks really cool, but haven't tried them yet. All right, let's get back to juicing. So for the beets, it's a root, so I gotta do the 2-step. Grind the beets down first, and then we'll press them after. One thing about being from the Caribbean is that the beats never stop. Are you in the Caribbean right now? If so, I'm so jealous. Like the Caribbean is so blessed with fruits and vegetables that are fresh and even more flavorful. I was recently in Guadeloupe, which 5 months ago, 6 months ago, I've never heard of the island Guadeloupe. It's a French island in the Caribbean. And so I was there 3 months ago, and they have the most flavorful mangoes, the most beautiful breadfruit and jackfruit, all those things that I can't get over here on the West Coast. So you're super blessed, mad blessed. What's up, 40 FM? We live, we live. How you doing today? And so I'm mainly on Instagram. That's my number one platform. But my goal this year is to be more intentional with YouTube. I feel like the community in YouTube is, unique and more my vibe. And so I'm gonna start doing more lives. Today, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm jumping right to filming a long form video. So if you're interested in cooking mushrooms and you really don't understand where to start or, how to make them more, friendly to your style. For me, I hated mushrooms majority of my life until I realized how to cook them correctly and create the right texture. And, I disliked how chewy they were, and they didn't have like a meaty texture that I'm used to. And so I'm actually gonna do a technique today showing you how to press the water out of shiitake mushrooms. I've done it with oyster mushrooms. I've done it with lion's mane. And then once I cook the mushroom liquid out, now I can infuse my own flavor to the mushrooms, which now we don't have a mushroom flavor. We have whatever we're trying to create, and it also improves the texture too. So I'm gonna drop that video really soon. I'm gonna film it today. Someone said, I wanted to see if you can do a mushroom rice crispy treat and goldfish for the nostalgic food videos. Ding! Yeah, you're making me pull out my A game. That sounds cool, especially the goldfish. The goldfish sounds really cool. A mushroom steak is so good. You're right about that, especially lion's mane. We already know how good lion's mane could be. Let's go. What's up, DP? You know it's gonna be straight fire. Daniel, you already know. Can you do a pop-up in Dallas, Texas? That would be really cool. If you can send me somebody that, I could connect with that. I actually got a couple friends in Dallas. You never know what the future holds. Blessings, everyone. Thank you for sharing that good energy. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of people I want in this community. I want you to be able to come into the lives. I want you to interact with my content and feel like you're taking a break from all this stressful and negative, beat down content. Like, we all human. We all deserve good vibes. We all deserve good energy and a good community. So thank you for being here. Trinity, God bless you. See, that's the energy I'm talking about right there. That's the energy I'm talking about. Please, 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 can we get a shot of your mountain view? It's a little smoky, but I got you. I got you. It's a little smoky, but it's still pretty beautiful, right? And so we moved out to the desert December last year, and I promise you, we see it all in our yard. Like, we had a bobcat walk through our yard about 2 weeks ago. We have coyotes walk through our yard all the time. We have bunnies that live right underneath our shipping container. We have like unique squirrels like I've never seen before, like antelope squirrels. Like they look like little miniature dinosaurs. They're so cute and fast and crazy at the same time. Like so, it's like almost living, in a zoo, with so many, but not a zoo. Like they're free and out wild and get to enjoy nature. And so I feel blessed to be around one, nature, and then two, to be around just animals. Like we can walk outside and you'll hear coyotes howling. And what's unique is like I grew up in the city. I grew up in San Diego. Like we lived downtown. I grew up in like parts of Chicago. And so growing up in the city, like I never had interest in nature. I was always afraid of, you know, being out in nature, bugs, and just like these mental things that I built in my own mind just by not understanding that nature is actually kind. And if you don't mess with nature, it won't mess with you. And so now I just love camping. We camp multiple times, throughout the month. And I'm just trying to live it up. I'm trying to live life, trying to be healthy as I can. I'm not perfect. Trying to put in the work to juice, more often so I can have fresh juice, no sugar, no processed things. I'm trying to move to San Diego. Is it nice? San Diego is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Some of the beaches are just so stunning. San Diego weather is some of the best weather on the planet. It doesn't get too hot. It doesn't get too cold. San Diego's expensive. And so that was what pulled me away from the city is I wanted to own some land. We wanted to be able to try to grow food. And the prices just kept going up. But I'm still close to San Diego. We're only about 2 hours away, so I do spend a lot of time there. But San Diego's dope. I was born at the base in Dago. I know you from Dago when you spell Dago like that. when you put the Y in Dago, I know you from Dago. Yeah, San Diego is like one of the top naval bases, I think, in the States. Hey, from the Bahamas, I'm jelly. Busy Fit Fab, I'm jelly. Thanks for sending us some of that good love. I've never been to the Bahamas, been to a lot of places in the Caribbean, but never Bahamas. So if you ever ask me, and I want to ask you this question too, so if you ask me what my favorite place on earth is, I would say Bermuda by far. Tiny little island of Bermuda, by itself in the Atlantic. I couldn't believe how clean it is there. I couldn't believe all the culture. I couldn't believe how good the food was. But the water was the clearest and, just the best. So if I ask you that same question, what would you say is your favorite place on earth? And it could even be your home. You can have love for where you live now. That could be the spot. Do you live in San Diego? Deshaun, I used to live in San Diego. I moved. We got Florida Keys. I drove through the Florida Keys before, and oh my God, it's so beautiful. I need to spend more time there. We got Antelope Valley has some great land available. I hear that too. I think I'm pretty close to Antelope Valley too. Arizona, Sedona is like amazing. Thank you for the love, Glow. I think I saw Bahamas. I haven't been to Bahamas. That must be busy fit. I would love to see, I'm gonna have to look up that area and see what the vibe's like. The Scarce Valley of Peru is my favorite. Dang, now we talking. I've never been there. I have to look that up too. Thanks for sharing. St. Louis is in the house. St. Thomas Virgin Islands, that's on the list, bucket list. Colombia. My fiance just came back from Colombia. Where'd you go in Colombia, man?
Medellin.
That's what they just said, Medellin. No, I'm sorry, they didn't say Medellin. Virgin Island, Vegas, Detroit into his house. St. Louis has some amazing farmers market. I totally believe that because the Midwest is blessed when it comes to having proper weather and conditions to grow food. I was in Maine. We was in Portland, Maine this weekend, and just in the back of someone's yard, they had like this beautiful garden that they are just growing way more food than I could ever imagine. I would have to build a greenhouse to be able to do something like that. So the Midwest is blessed. What up, though? The Melanin Initiative. What's up? What's up? King, we got Canada in the house. Bless up. What would be your theme song? Dang, that's a good question. And I already got the answer to that. I love music, and I have, those that don't know a lot about me, I used to do music, and that kind of led to me going vegan by being in very toxic environments. We could talk about that another day, but right now we're talking about theme songs. My theme song would be 93 Until by Souls of Mischief. I think it came out in 95. That's the same year I graduated from high school, so I just plugged myself in on my age. But Souls of Mischief, 93 Until, that song still gets rotation. And I also read something recently that the song has actually reached higher peaks in this generation than it did in my generation. So it's a timeless song. So that song, somebody know the vibe, John know the vibe. This is how we chill from 93 Until. Let's go. Love that song, classic. Then they put it in one of my favorite video games, NBA 2K. I can't remember what year it was, but such a classic song. Love that song, the vibe on the song is so dope. Yes, the instrumentals, 93 Until is legendary. And they just give me goosebumps that so many of you guys on here actually love that song too. But I would love to hear what some of your songs would be. Like if I was running for I would never run for any politician type thing, but if I was running for some politician thing or running for something, that would be my theme song I walk out to. You hear that saxophone go off, and then I'll just come out with a cool little, this is how we chill from 93. You already know. Midwest region in the house, Indiana. Ooh, Far Side, running, yes, yes. That is the classic. Smooth operator, for sure. What's up, Earthy Eats and Treats? We got Long Beach in the house. All right. I gotta jump off real soon. This has been way too fun. Music, movies, Alabama country, love it, love it. All right, I wanna juice these beets up real quick. I gotta make sure I get all the pulp out. We don't wanna waste no pulp. And then a lot of times I get questions about what do you do with the pulp or the leftovers. I make watermelon leather shirts. I'm kidding. We actually take this outside and we put it into our compost, which we're going to use to fuel our gardens in the near future. Hello, do you add ginger to your beet juice? I do add ginger to the beet juice sometime, but today I just did it separately. I like to kick my day off with a ginger shot just by itself. But some ginger ends up getting into the beet juice anyway, just because I just use the same container to get the pulp. All right. I don't know if anyone else has juiced beet juice before, but it's probably like the most messy thing to juice. So I kind of dread it sometimes, but my body loves it. De La Soul, Me, Myself, and I. That's like one of the first songs that my mom actually allowed me to play in the house that was hip hop. NWA was out around that time, and my mom was not having NWA, even though I would go to school and I'll still listen to it, but De La Soul was the first group that she actually allowed me to listen to their music. They're legendary. One of my all-time favorite groups right there. Did you cook the beets first? No, I did not cook the beets first. I just cleaned them up and then slapped them right into the grinder. And now I'm gonna get the juice. I need a bigger jar. You know what? We'll just do this one. Oh, here we go. I wanted to use a mason jar so you can see how much beet juice we actually get out of here. NWA was aggressive and definitely a shot for the time. It was a big shot. I mean, their number one song was, you know, you know. I don't want to lose any of this juice, so I'm holding this jar real close. I tried making your jackfruit burger recipe. How did it come out? I hope it came out well for you. I think that recipe's a little complicated because I think adding the cheese to the burger in the middle and being able to, you know, mold the shape of the burger might be a little difficult. But if you can mold the shape of it, that's one of our favorite burgers around here. Do you ever bake with beets? I did a beet red velvet. Oh wow. I haven't done that before, but I could see how that worked perfectly. But yeah, thanks for showing that. Are you able to do the mushroom coffee through this process? I actually posted a video recently making mushroom coffee. Mushroom coffee is actually really simple to do. If you're buying like your lion's mane or reishi or chaga, if you're buying it already as a tea or already, then you're good to go. But if you have to make your own reishi, so I made this reishi right here, this reishi powder out of this right here. So this is reishi growing inside of a bag. Reishi is one of the most easiest mushrooms to grow at home by itself. Through North Spore, this costs, I think, $30. And all you got to do is just open the bag up, and from there, it's able to start growing and breathing. So you can see there's actually reishi in there starting to grow. So once the antlers get about maybe 3 inches, maybe around here, I'll cut the bag open, and then they'll start to actually form the shape that you're normally used to seeing with reishi. So I did that last time, and then I grinded up I actually put the reishi into the pressure cooker and with some water and pressure cooked it. From there, I blended it, put it into a dehydrator, dried it, and then after it was dehydrated, I grinded it up and made my own reishi powder. So this one bag made me 3 of these containers that probably would be enough to last me majority of the year if I'm just taking like a little reishi every day. So if you're going through all that process, it could be a lot more difficult. But if you're buying your lion's mane from the store, mushroom coffee is really easy to make. Just add you some chaga, reishi, whatever, you know, mushroom adaptogens you want to add to it. And then just add your cacao powder, add some cinnamon, nutmeg, whatever flavors you want. Whisk it together, pour it in a glass of oat milk, and you got mushroom coffee. So my mom actually buys the mushroom coffee from Rise, and I tell her, like, it's so easy to make at home. You can just go on Amazon and order, you know, your reishi and lion's mane, and then you'll have, you know, your own you can make. Oprah Show made chocolate cake and brownies for children using beets. I bet that was good. I made brownies on my page, and also in my cookbook, you'll find a recipe. I made brownies using black beans. So for those that don't know, I officially got 2 cookbooks now. So it's all about the plants and the mushrooms, volume 1, which has 25 recipes focused on mushrooms, and then 25 recipes focusing on plants. And then here you have the new one I just released, collection 2, Same standard, 25 and 25. But very proud of these. But I want to show you the the brownies I made. I should know where it's at by heart. Page 50. All right. So you can see those brownies right there. They're made with black beans, and so little to no flour. It has almond flour, but that's it. The rest is black beans, and then of course cacao and other ingredients. But all right, I thought I was gonna have time to complete my juicing live, but I'm actually gonna sign out real soon and go work on a long form video that I'm gonna post in the next couple days on YouTube over how to cook mushrooms for beginners. And I'm gonna make a really fire red curry dish that's gonna go really nice with those mushrooms. We got South Korea in the house, sending you love. Thank you for being here. Yes, they are gluten-free. Where can you get my cookbooks? So if you head over to turnuplikethevegetablvegan.com, you'll be able to find my two physical cookbooks, which are those two, which to me are collector's items. And then you'll find 3 ebooks. But I also have something called the Turn Up Vegan Recipe Club. So if you would like to try my recipes and have access to over 170 recipes, but don't want to make a commitment to buy a cookbook, you can sign up for the Turn Up Vegan Recipe Club, which is under $10 a month. And you have access to basically both of the cookbooks, all the ebooks, and even more. And it's subscription based, so you can cancel at any time, no commitment, all that good stuff. Florida miracles. Florida's in the house, that's what's up. I need your mushroom tutorial. Yes, I'm just, make sure to hit that bell. One thing I can ask everybody on here to do is when you get a chance, when we get off this, go to my page and hit the bell that sends you alert anytime I post. And so that way you'll get the post that I put up in the next couple of days. It's gonna be a simple technique, but this little technique will help you, improve the texture of your mushrooms and make them more enjoyable. Like, to me, it's coming from a person that hated mushrooms 4 or 5 years ago. I think about the reasons why I hated mushrooms. One, I thought they were weird, just not being educated enough. Two, the texture, I felt they were too chewy and just not my type of vibe when it comes to chewiness. And then just the visuals, like, we've eaten a certain way our whole life. So we're, part of eating is seeing the food and then, you get a chance to enjoy it. So I really tried to, have the mushrooms have an appeal that reminds us of what we're used to, you know what I mean? Can you display the 2 cookbooks again, please? No doubt. I feel like I don't show them enough, so I appreciate you asking. So here's the first one. It's all about the plants and mushrooms, collection 1. And then you can see on the back some of the recipes. There's the lion's mane scrimps at the top, lion's mane pepperoni, and then the jackfruit burger we were just talking about a few minutes ago. And then here's the second book. I have the same person do the artwork for both books. Her name is Tucci. She's been a good friend of mine for the longest. This cookbook, I love them both, but this one shows more of my elevation with time. And so you got the tamarind Pop-Tart, you got shiitake sausages, and then you have pink oyster jackfruit ribs, which are one of our favorites around here. We actually got some in the refrigerator we're gonna eat later. And it has some really nice photos. This jacket, I actually have it on my website if you are interested in it, but yeah, there it is. Well, thank you everyone for being here. I wish everyone has a good day. Thank you for sharing your good energy. This was a very positive live. Like, I just had one person that was being judgmental, but beyond that, really positive vibe, and this is what I want to do this for. Was it hard to get published or I'm working on a children's book? So to drop you a little gem, I had multiple offers for large publishing deals, but I've turned them all down because I feel like we live in this day and age where we shouldn't have to sell our rights over to a publisher in order to get our message out. Like we have social media, and we have forms and ways of reaching people that didn't exist before, where you did need a publisher to get your book into a bookstore or something. So for me, that hasn't been important. What's more important to me is keeping ownership and being able to have full control and range over what I put out. And so I actually went through a company called Found, which there's multiple other companies out there that will help you self-publish. You can self-publish through Amazon. So for me, this was a better route for me to keep my own rights and keep the things that matter to me the most. What would you say? Would you say the same for music? Stay independent? So I don't know if you heard of the rapper Lil Russell. If you haven't, go check out Lil Russell. He's from Vallejo, California. And I watched him over the last 3-4 years, and he actually inspired me to take that same method to the cookbook, and that's like self-published, like hold your rights. And so he has built a small empire without taking any deals and without sacrificing what means the most to him. So I guess it depends on the scenario, but this time and day we live in, you do not need to take a deal. You can work and grind yourself and push yourself to a point. And then if you want to take a deal later on, once you establish a foundation, now you're taking, they have to pay you more because you built a foundation already. So blessings on that. Really good questions. Do you do lives every week? I enjoyed this a lot. Jack, thank you for saying that. I don't go live. This is probably my second or third live this year. And that's something I've been wanting to change. And that's, get from behind filming myself and behind like the high, the high produced, videos, and just connect with people on the level of who I am. And so I will be doing these more. And I figured like two things, like I want to juice more, but life gets in the way sometimes. So this is like going to be my I don't know, I'm gonna tie the two together, juicing and going live. So that'll push me to juice more and that'll push me to go live more. So that's gonna be the deal. So every 2 days I'll probably be back on here. If anybody interested in moderating, send me a message. I don't know what I'm doing on these lives. If someone wanna help me and coach me and help me get this community up, I'm down for it. Otherwise, I'll be back on here in a couple of days. I'll try to schedule it. So again, hit that bell so that way you are aware when I do go live, but I'll try and schedule it the night before. I was only here for 30 minutes, but I also thought it was good. Thank you, James. I really appreciate that. Juicing and jamming, that sounds like a nice little vibe right there, juicing and jamming. All right, y'all. Peace. I hope everybody have a blessed day. Stay away from negative energy. Stay focused. Share love. Peace.